seniors, this is Mr. King, your senior class advisor. We're here with some announcements. We're getting near the end of senior year. It's rapidly approaching. There's a lot of stuff going on between now and the end of the year. And so we're here just to kind of give you an update on some things so you know what's coming. First thing I want to mention, next Friday, March 20th, is Grout Fit Day. Wear all gray all day, and that's our school spirit day. The next big thing, which I know you're all excited about, is Senior Prom is coming. Senior Prom is going to be Saturday, May 9th down at Drexel Brook. The prom itself is from 6 to 11. Ticket sales are going to run in the month of April, so we want you all to be aware of that up front. It's going to be from April 14th to the 17th. The tickets will be $75 each. The following week, the 20th and 21st, they'll go up to $80 each. You can make cash, we'll take cash, of course, or checks payable to NPHS. If you're bringing a guest who doesn't go to North Penn, you need to stop by F40 and fill out a guest form before you buy your tickets. So please do not wait until the very end to do that. Get those as soon as you can and get those taken care of. They must be approved before you'll be allowed to do that, which is why we need a little notice. And every person in attendance must bring a school or photo ID. So please bring those when you show up for the prom. Ms. Lynn?
Actually, Mr. Edwards, before,
I'm up.
Yeah, I was going to say, before we move over, can you talk about the obligations for Senior Prom?
Yeah, no problem. So we're going to tie this right along to the Senior Prom. Obviously, if you have any outstanding obligations, those have to be made up prior to you buying your tickets. So you have to settle all those things. So obligations, examples could be a Saturday school, might be a detention. If you owe a library book, if you owe a textbook, also sports uniforms, any of those types of things. Those are all considered obligations and have to be taken care of prior to you buying the tickets. If you have any questions about those obligations, you can obviously come see me or Mrs. Lynn, or you can come see Mrs. Mancino in the senior home office. So we wanted to try and make sure that you take care of all of that. I don't want you going to the cafeteria on, say, the 14th or 15th, trying to buy your tickets and then running into issues. So if you have any questions at all, if you're not sure if you've made that up, please make sure you stop by the home office and take care of that. If you have a Saturday school date that is due or coming up or you need to make it up, it's going to be on March 14th. Okay, so that's coming up very, very soon. It's going to be this Saturday. You have to make up your Saturday school dates then. So if you have any question, make sure you check in. Also, we offer detentions, offer them after school from 2:25 to 3 o'clock. You can also stop by in the mornings at the home office. You can take care of that. However, if you stop in the morning, you have to be there by 6:55. Okay, if you're coming at 7:05, 7:10, obviously you're only going to be able to make up 5 or 10 minutes and it's not worth it. So if you can get in here in the morning, if your bus drops you off early enough, or if you drive in the morning, you can take care of it then. All right, next thing coming up is the spring trip to Monco. We also had a fall trip in Monco. However, we're going to plan another one here. It's going to be Thursday the 23rd, April 23rd. If you went already in the fall, it's really pretty much the same thing that they're going over. So there's really no reason if you went in the fall to go back in the spring. So if you haven't gone in the fall, maybe your plans have changed, or you've decided that this might be an option for you, think about that, and like you to go out and take a look at the campus. You'll talk to some people that are there from Montgomery County. They'll kind of give you their pitch as to why it's a great idea. Honestly, if it's something where money's a little tight, or if you're really not sure about your major, it's a great option, low cost for you in terms of college, and really get you a good start. So permission slips are going to be available in March. They're coming up. And you can pick up those permission slips. We'll have announcements. I'm also going to include all of that information in the senior newsletter that goes out, so you can be looking for that coming up probably in the next week.
Cap and gowns. So let's talk about cap and gowns. The store has been open since the fall. The price has increased to $26, and they will be delivered to the high school. I know that's been one question that we keep getting. You'll pick up your cap and gown the morning of graduation practice, which is the day before graduation, or 2 days maybe. So visit the bulletin, look in the newsletter that Mr. Edwards referred to, and get those cap and gowns ordered. Next, we want to talk about graduation speeches. I know we mentioned this last month at our class meeting, but we, aside from the valedictorian and the salutatorian, our class president gives a speech, but we also look for one student to give a speech. Applications will be coming available in the office in F40 beginning in April, around the 16th. And you will either write a 2-minute speech that has to do with welcome and reflection, or a look to the future and wishing good luck. So again, we'll talk about this once more in April, but that is something to keep in the back of your mind and consider for graduation. Okay, so let's talk about scholarship and senior awards. Mr. Brett just sent out an email through Naviance that gave you information about applying for senior awards scholarships. I would encourage you to reread that. Any questions, stop down in the College and Career Center to get more information. There is money to be given out if you ask and apply for it. So don't let that opportunity pass you by. Stop by and see Mr. Brett or your counselor in the office. And lastly, let's just go through once again some upcoming dates. We talked about, well, let's back up, March 19th. So in another week, we have an all-school assembly that we will have an adjusted bell schedule that day. So seniors with no school period 1 or those who have late arrival in some sort, you'll need to pay special attention to what our bell schedule is that day because they're shorter periods, periods 1 and 2. Because we'll be having a guest speaker come in and give an assembly on called Trouble with My Name. So it should be a really good assembly, so we want everybody to see that. So we'll have a double period 3 that day. The end of the 3rd marking period, believe it or not, is right here, right around the corner. It is April 2nd. April 22nd, we have the DUI reenactment for all of our seniors out in the cafeteria courtyard there. And then the very next day, that Thursday, April 23rd, we have the DUI follow-up assembly. And immediately following that assembly, our seniors who are going to visit Montco will leave. So a lot of things coming up. That's not even touching into May and June of what senior activities are about to unfold upon you. So we'll keep you updated. Make sure you're checking your email and reading that newsletter because that's how we'll get a lot of your information to you. So make sure you get those obligations cleared up and let's get ready for prom.
Awesome.
Enjoy your spring.
Take care, guys.
Thanks.